Hello, guys, and welcome back once again to Run Vibes. Today I'm outside, it's beautiful. Vienna is just stunning, as you can see in the distance. And I want to share something with you. Recently, I was heading for a Christian program, right? And there was somebody driving ahead of me. He was late, and so obviously I was also late. And as I drove behind him, he was driving really fast, almost reckless, let me put it that way. And there was this young lady walking by the road. He nearly hit her. She had to jump to the curb to avoid him hitting her. And I could see her looking down at her feet after he had passed. And so I knew that he must have spilled something onto her feet, water, mud, something. And this driver did not even stop, not even slowed down. He totally ignored her and went. I was going to the same program. I followed him. He parked and then I also parked. But before, I stopped by the young lady and I apologized to her. And she smiled at me. And that brings me to the import of this podcast. A lot of the time, those of us who call ourselves Christians or Muslims or whatever religion or sects we believe we belong to, we are so focused on serving that unseen, untouchable God, so much to the point that we ignore the fellow men and women in this life with us. And so in the name of I'm going to church or I'm going to a church program to serve God, quote and unquote, you do something to somebody by the roadside, like what I've just described, and you totally ignore the person and walk on. Many years ago, when I was part of a very big church, I remember one Sunday, there's this gentleman who would always park our cars, always smile. There's hundreds and hundreds of cars every day. And one Sunday morning, when we got out of the car, me and my family to go to church, he asked me for money to go and buy food. It was then that I came to the realization that this gentleman who stands in the sun for hours every Sunday to do what he does for us, park here, show you how to get out, decongest the place when it is congested, does all these things. Nobody really thinks about him. Nobody pays him. He does not have a job, no source of income, but every time he's there and doing this with all his heart. And that day I gave him my offering. I'm like, if this is all the money I have, instead of putting it into that basket, I'm going to give it to this young man so that he can eat today and probably eat tomorrow. And I made it a point that anytime I saw him in church, I was going to give him some money for food. One of my personal convictions is that the best way we as human beings can serve God, can love God, is to serve and love our fellow human being. What point is it? If you cannot serve man, you can't serve the brother or sister next to you. Somebody is in need and you cannot help them, but you gladly go to church and serve God. You can't see God. He says that for as long as you are not doing it to any of these ones, you did not do it for me. And so this is a call to every one of us who profess that we love God and we serve God. Show it. Show it by serving the man or woman next to you. When you have somebody in need, don't close an eye. And even if you cannot help them, at least don't hurt them. Do you love God? Are you serving God? Show it by serving me. Show it by loving me. Show it by serving the people in your life who need you to serve them. Show it by loving those who need love. That is the truest form of worship. My name is Dr. Rosemond Abwaje. God bless you.